Friendos, welcome back to my channel. I hope today you guys are as excited as I am. We're about to answer a whole lot of questions. Today is going to be a very fun day of experimentation. I have purchased from Sephora quite a few of the high power eye, cheek, and lip pigment paint from Haus Laboratories. And through our experiments today, you guys, we will conclude whether or not this can be used as a base, whether or not we can mix the colors, if these pigments are streaky, if these pigments are opaque, will the glitter mix in with the matte shades? And I also have an eyeliner. So we're gonna get into all that and why I'm already disappointed. You guys, just stay tuned. Okay guys, so the box is here. This is everything I got. Let's see, I've got mint matte, I've got gold shimmer, white onyx matte, black onyx matte, citrine matte, and cobalt matte. And this is in the eyeliner formula. And the Optic Intensity Eco Gel Eyeliner. Long name, amazing results, I hope. We'll see. So first thing I want to do is swatch these for you guys. Let's get into it. Now Friendos, according to Sephora, this is a clean, bold, and creamy pigment paint that was created for use on the eyes, lips, cheeks, and body. These easy-to-use, bold, long-wearing pigments provide endless creativity. The range of opaque mattes and sheer shimmers, so the shimmers are supposed to be sheer, swipes on easily for a smooth, comfortable, budge-proof finish. These shades are inspired by Gaga's love for art and are a new way to makeup. Okay, that is what it said, a new way to makeup. There's no sort of metallic or plastic covering when you take this out of the tube or when you unscrew the lid to the tube. It's just out there. Let's see what happens. This one has no watery residue. It's just nice and creamy. I'm putting it onto my hand. So far, this looks pretty opaque. Next up, we have citrine. Trying to use as little as possible because apparently it doesn't take much, friendos. Sorry, I'm not trying to flip you off, I promise. Okay, this one is looking a tad more sheer. Not by much, but a little bit more. I can see the vein through my hand. Okay, now let's try the shimmer shade that I got, which is the gold shimmer. Okay, this says it's sheer. It doesn't appear to be that sheer. Now we have black onyx. That is nice and black. So this is very opaque. I'm really happy to see that from the black. And then lastly, the white opaque shade. This is another one where I really have some high hopes. I wouldn't call this super opaque, but it's not sheer either. The darker shades are far more opaque than what we see with our lighter shades like the white and the yellow. Okay, friendos, I'm gonna wash off my hands and I'll be right back to you. We've got a whole lot more of experimenting to do. So it took a lot of scrubbing to get my hand clean. It's not all the way clean. I used micellar water, I used soap, I used my nails to dig. And as you can see, it's still kind of on. I don't think that this will be a product where we struggle with longevity. Okay, in the meantime, let's get to mixing and see how that does. So I've got a little white paper plate right here. I'm going to use this like an artist palette. Let's go. Alrighty, so let's start out by trying to mix the white and the gold shimmer. See what we get. So on my hand. So yeah, I would say it mixed up nicely. Again, that white is not that opaque. Now let's try mixing the black with the green to see if maybe we could get a teal or just a darker shade of green. So a little bit of green, a little bit of that black. That black is taking over. Let me dip more in. It's starting to look more like a hunter green. Let's see it on my hand. I don't know, you guys, what do you think? That black is potent. Okay, moving on. Okay, so now let's try mixing the green with the yellow. I think I've got most of the black off of this little brush. Okay, cool. So this will give us a nice bold green. I'm gonna show you guys on my hand. So see, that's more of a lime green or just true green and not the minty green. Okay, so those two you can mix. Then I'm guessing we should just do green and gold, and then we'll get down to talking about the juicy details of why I'm already disappointed. Alrighty, let's see for ourselves. Sorry, I keep forgetting to hold it up for you guys. Oh, this is really pretty, guys. See that? I hope it picks up the shift on camera. So yeah, those two can be mixed. So now on my palm, what I'm going to do is I'm going to put down the black and the white. Then I'm going to go over it with a lid topper from, we might do Miss Pat McGrath. Yeah, we'll go over that with a lid topper shade just to see how these would do as a base. So got the black down, the white down. So I think if I let the white sit and dry down a little bit more, it won't sheer out as much as when I first applied it. It's still not that opaque. So while we're waiting for that to dry down, the reason why I'm so disappointed, I had just come from the Van Gogh exhibit that they had in Raleigh. I had a wonderful time. We were on the ride home, and then I saw the Trend Mood post advertising the high power pigment paints. I was immediately inspired by the painting Starry Starry Night. You know, it's got the blues and the yellows, you know, those really rich primary colors. And then I went online a few days later after they had posted to Sephora. I was really disappointed to see this. The Sapphire Matte, the really bold blue that I was the most excited about. It says, do not use on eyes. I mean, don't you think you should rename the product then? Because it's supposed to be eye, cheek, and lip pigment paint. I get that I could still use it for 2 out of 3, but I don't know. That to me was really disappointing. And the primary red as well. Do not use on eyes. You're not supposed to use that on your eyes either. I had this whole look kind of mapped out of what I was going to do. And then I found out I wasn't going to be able to do it. So that was pretty disappointing. I almost wish that they hadn't even included those colors in the lineup if I wasn't able to use them on my eyes, but that's just me being spoiled and entitled. Okay, so we're gonna go into the Bronze Seduction palette. This shade right here is a lid topper. I'll show it to you guys without anything underneath it. This is how it swatches. So it's just like a golden, slightly green sparkle. This is the golden green sparkle. Again, just a lid topper. I dipped into the gold one by mistake. I wanted to do this one. I can build it up like that. It's really pretty on its own, but let's see it over top of these two. The black really brings to life the green shift. Really, the white does too. It looks more of a yellow gold when it's by itself, but right here, I don't know, it just shows up a little bit more alien-like and mysterious. That's how I would describe it. Now, of all my Pat McGrath palettes, this is the one that gives me the most fallout. I'm gonna go ahead and wipe this down before I end up with glitter all over my face. Oh yeah, we have not swatched the blue eyeliner yet, so let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll get into the look. And I don't think I told you guys the prices on the high power pigment paints. They are $24, and the eyeliners are $22. Okay, so it looks like we get a brush on one side, we get the pencil on the other. Okay, decently pigmented. It feels very creamy. So to start out, Friendos, I'm going to put the mint green pigment down on my plate. And then using my very stained up Natasha Denona number 9, we're gonna go in with that. Now this would probably be better on a synthetic brush. I'm pretty sure these are natural fibers that I'm using. With that said, these fibers are soaking up a lot of the product. That could either be a good thing or a bad thing, depending on the look you're going for. Then on an LR100, I'm going to go in with the Citrine shade. And it appears, Friendos, that once the color has dried down, it is dry. It's not really going to mix in with the other color that you put down. You can shear out the second color that you put down over top of that first shade, but you're not going to get them to blend together once it's dry. At least that's been my experience so far. Now I'm going to take just a dot, like the tiniest little dot of the black, and mix it with the green. So that much, you guys, just barely a speck. This one is struggling a little bit to go on my waterline. It's going on there, but I'm having to really work at it. Y'all, I'm not really feeling the eyeliner so far. I feel like it's a little bit too tough to be a lash line eyeliner, but it's a little too soft to go in the waterline. I hope that makes sense. I'm getting a little bit of a tug trying to get this onto my eyelid, and I don't like to feel that tug when I'm putting on eyeliner. My eyelids are going to be hating me tomorrow for this tugging motion. I have really sensitive eyelids, and if I just keep on doing this, they're going to ache tomorrow. And unfortunately, I don't like this brush either. Sorry guys, this is a miss for me. It's just too tough. Now, Friendos, under my lash line, I'm going to go in with a little bit of the gold shimmer shade. So I have the shimmer down in the middle. On the outer edge, I'm going in with the citrine shade. All right, so I'm gonna go do my other eye off camera. I'll be right back to you guys. Okie dokie, friendos. I think I'm ready to give my final thoughts now that I have my lashes and liner and everything done. So as far as the paints are concerned, I definitely like the green. I like the black. I like the shimmery gold. I was a little bit disappointed in the lighter shades. I just wish that the opacity had been a little bit stronger. They weren't bad by any stretch of the imagination, but I didn't feel like I was working with paint like I was with the other shades. The eyeliner, I'm not going to bore you guys to death. I was not really pleased with the eyeliner. If you're someone who doesn't have sensitive eyelids, like you can just work with a product and it not hurt your eyelids, then you would probably enjoy this, because I was able to build up the pigmentation, but to be honest, it was a lot of work for me, and I'm just not willing to do that on a regular basis, especially with this product being $22. I feel like I could get something better for $22, or at least something that would work better for myself. And the waterline, it is lasting. It was a long journey to get it built up so that it would show up, but now that it's on, it looks like it is staying on. And one more thing that I thought you guys might want to know. In comparison to the Half Magic beauty paints, I don't remember their exact name, but you guys know I try them out on my channel. You have to work faster with the Haus Laboratories compared to the Half Magic. The dry down is a lot faster with Haus Labs, so depending on your makeup style, that might be a good thing or a bad thing. I did think that overall the paints were really good as far as mixing and matching. I would suggest that you do your mixing on a palette before it goes on your eye, because again, you don't have that much time to work with the product. And I did one eye separate and then went back and did the other. In a perfect world where I wasn't recording, what I would do is basically take turns doing a color on this eye, and just trading off, doing one by one in reciprocity. That's not really feasible while I'm recording. And because of that, I feel like the shades that I mixed up, they aren't exactly equivalent in pigment. Like on this eye, I feel like it's a little bit more green than on this one. I feel like I got more of a yellow shade. Again, and it's hard to recreate it perfectly when you're not using it at the same time. So friendos, I think we covered everything that we could possibly cover today. I hope that you will give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Please subscribe if you have not done so already, because if not, we'll both have to live in the shadow of never knowing what could have been. Okay guys, bye.